So, a few moments ago, I replayed an interview with U.S. Senate candidate Republican Dr. Mike Katz, who is running in a primary against U.S. Senate candidate Republican John Shulli. Somebody needs to tell Dr. Katz that although the convention may back a candidate, it's really up to the rank and file Democrats to pick, okay? There is a primary. Right? It's not an anointing. It's a primary, and he's got an opponent. It sounds like he's not liking this. He's having he's fighting back. He wanted to come on the air Friday, and he had an agenda of things he's hearing in Sussex County about him, and he wanted to set the record straight. So whatever people are saying on the other side, the Shulli camp or whoever, it's getting to Katz, because that was his main point. All right, he's standing up. And then the revelation that he engaged an attorney for his campaign and is sending cease-and-desist letters out against other Republicans. Cease and desist for what? He called it harassment. Harassment of one of his campaign people. All right. Well, the definition is a little too vague for me. A phone call and a misinformation. Okay. So I don't know what's happening. And we just replayed that interview, and I'm asking you some questions. Is Dr. Katz bringing the party together? Has he engaged an attorney to send letters to any other folks in Sussex County to try and silence opposing views? What's going on here? I'm digging a little. I have no idea. I'm not into it. I'm not in the party, right? Next text, Dan, I'm done with Katz. It sounds like Biden lawfare. I stand with Sherry Long. And someone says this, of course Dave Lawson supports Katz. Lawson didn't even finish the session night on June 30th. He went home and went to bed. All right. Good morning, Delaware 1059. Hi.
Yeah, good morning, Dan. Regarding Dr. Katz, I had no faith in this guy being like, some kind of savior. But in the very least, I believe that the Democrat Party in Delaware needs to be humbled. And I was hoping that at least he would throw a few, proverbial bombs out there. There's a lot of damage a Republican candidate could do to a Democrat candidate, given the leftist insurgents. There's progressives out there that I believe, regarding Chris Coons and the whole Delaware Democrat establishment, if you could just hit them on a few of those issues that progressives and the Democrat dissidents care about, then you can make some real inroads. Mm-hmm. Oh, and he has some fortune that, personal wealth that could go push a campaign a long way. But his neuroticism is showing through, and now I'm convinced that he's just running to make sure that Chris Coons is insulated from that more progressive and leftist dissident group. So they're going to rally around.
Why do you say his neuroticism is showing? Tell me that, because I'm
going back to the whole pickleball thing, man. Like, and then these preaching for these cease and desist letters, and
right. He was involved in suing because the tennis court in Lewis, next to his house in Lewis, they started playing pickleball on the tennis court, so he sued the HOA or something. Is something generally like that? Is that correct? I believe that was the story.
Yeah, this guy's got a bigger ego than Trump, and then he does less with it. Like, he does more damage than good, and it's a shame. Like, if I could be put in the position of Dr. Katz, I would be just like, making headlines and not in the way that he's doing it. Like,
interesting.
It's crazy.
Well,
like,
okay.
I don't know, man. Like,
I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. I just had an interesting vibe about the whole thing, and I just want to kind of get to the bottom of it because I'm when I sense something unusual and I'm not getting a full answer, I just want to keep talking about it. In other words, when have you ever heard of a candidate sending cease and desist letters to other people in their own party to shut up about stuff? I mean, what is it? What is the nature of these cease and desist? What is it?
I'm convinced that he's here to make sure that Democrats in Delaware have that supermajority where they can just take that Delaware Constitution and go rip, 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 rip. And it's not that the Republican Party in Delaware needs any help destroying itself, but man, he's putting more holes in the boat.
Well, the winner of the Senate primary will be at the top of the ticket in November, right? So,
like I said, he could have had the coattails. I think I called in to give him some of the best advice he's probably ever gotten. But I'm now convinced that he wants to make sure that there is no energy on the Republican side in Delaware in this election. And
that's an interesting theory. I hope I don't get a cease and desist letter for allowing your commentary. Okay. All right. I'm teasing a little bit. I like Dr. Katz coming on. I like Dr. Katz. Look, I like Katz. I've been on the record to say I like Katz. Shulli, I like Shulli. I don't know. I'm just hearing different things about Katz that I haven't heard before. And we're fleshing them out. That's all. Because it's a free and open exchange of ideas and of opinions. Next text. I question anyone willing to spend that much time and money to try to win a primary just to get blown out in the general. Donald Trump couldn't even beat Chris Coons in Delaware. Next text. Math. Too many D's, too many independents and unaffiliated voters, and the R's are fighting over cease and desist against fellow R's. As both the Bible and Abraham Lincoln quoted, a house divided against itself cannot stand. The math shows a Democrat success in November. Next text. 3 RDs quit, as Sherry Long did, to their choice to support the Shulli team. He has enforced old rule needed to replace that a state GOP convention-endorsed candidate diminishes the alt-looser candidate to do any other local GOP campaigning. Like, no, I don't know. Can this be written in a way that I can understand it, maybe? Like, no attending any district meetings, rallies, fundraisers, or signs in county offices. Katz sues everyone. He had 5 grievances that needed attention. Ask about his HOA lawsuit regarding their pickleball court making too much noise in the morning. Next, Lee Murphy got in yesterday. Yep, Lee Murphy's coming on our show today. He is running for Congress, U.S. House of Representatives. Next, I can't say anything bad about Dr. Katz because I don't want to get letters from his attorney. He should bow out yesterday. Wow. Next, the Republican Party fights against themselves while Democrats are like gangsters. They stick together. That's why I'm independent. 7:15. I'm going to read it, because we're talking about public candidates. So, agree or disagree, true or not true, I don't know. But here's what it says. These are opinions. Someone says, Katz is evil. Crybaby. Won't debate Shulli. Grievance because Shulli signs were in the Sussex GOP headquarters. A grievance because Shulli took a photo in front of Sussex headquarters. He has legit brain damage from a fall at Sugarloaf ski lift. It appears to affect him. Interesting vibe, Dan, is not interesting. He's a narcissist and evil eyes. Something wrong with that dude. Maybe he will come after me now. The dude ran for president in 2020 against Trump on climate change and universal health care. He's all over the place nutty many times over. All right. That is true. He did run for president like fairly recently. He was a Democrat, wasn't he? Or what did he run as? He was in New Hampshire and everything, trying to be president. And then he ran on, the last time he ran in Delaware, it was with Wolfgang von Baumgart and Don Ayat in their independent party group. And now he has secured the Republican nomination. Or not, the endorsement. He hasn't secured anything. He has to win a primary. Brain damage from a ski lift. Oh, maybe. Look, next text. Can you ask Dr. Katz why he has multiple lawsuits out there? Who sues over pickleball? Why won't he debate Shulli? This is a different person. He has certainly issued multiple cease and desist letters to Dr. Ed for trying to get signs out to those who want them in the first state office and shuts Shulli out from speaking anywhere. If he can't face opposition, then how is he going to handle D.C. Democrats? Maybe there's what's going on here? Is there a Sussex County Republican revolt against Dr. Katz? We got to take a new look at Shulli here. He might, I don't know. It's interesting to me. Next text. Every Republican should be for getting rid of the filibuster. As soon as the Democrats gain power again, they will get rid of the filibuster, most important, and pack the Supreme Court guaranteed. Thank you for that comment, and thank you for at least kind of recognizing that I thought I had asked an important question. He's not for getting rid of the filibuster. So, agree or disagree, but thank you. Very good. 723, Delaware 1059, the Dan Gaffney program. You are getting multiple texts from the same people. Well, the numbers are different. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. President Donald J. Trump and his team stand with Dr. Mike Katz. Well, how do we know that? Is that a thing? You're getting multiple texts from the same people. Well, not really. Oh, my gosh. Funny. Here's former state's Senator Katz sues a Maine ski resort. Is that where he fell? That's a shame. Let me see what that is. To find that story. 2013, former Democrat State Senator Mike Katz, suing a Maine ski resort where he and his daughter suffered injuries 3 years ago after falling from a derailed chairlift. Katz suffered a broken back, traumatic brain injury. So he does have traumatic brain injury. Interesting. From a 35-foot fall at Sugarloaf Mountain Ski Resort. Katz and his wife own a home at the base of the mountain, according to the Portland Press-Herald. 8 people were injured in a 2010 accident, none as seriously as Katz. He's the only victim suing Sugarloaf, according to the paper. Others settled out of court. Katz served just one term in the state Senate before being knocked off last year by Republican Greg Lavelle. This is an older article, of course. In one of the state's most expensive and contentious races of the 2012 campaign. Katz is seeking unspecified damages, the paper said, and is also suing with his wife on behalf of their 2 daughters who were injured in the fall. Interesting. All right, so someone said he suffered brain damage at a ski resort, and it's true, I guess. That's what he's claiming. All right, sorry to hear that. Hope he's better. Maybe he's not. I don't know. Next. Dan, the Republican candidate shouldn't even cater to the Republican constituents. Talking about math, 199,000. Well, before I even read this, there's a primary, so you kind of have to. It's a closed primary. So before you can cater to voters at large, you have to win a Republican primary. And if you're spending your time talking to non-Republicans, they can't vote for you in the primary. So it's kind of a problem. Anyway, they shouldn't even cater to Republicans. Talking about math, 199,900 registered Republicans, 256,000 independent, non-affiliated. The candidate needs to do every independent fundraiser, event, baby kissing, etc. Need to invite all non-affiliated to a coffee or luncheon meeting. The Republicans will not get them over and are only concerned with their infighting. They will still vote Republican, so it's not lost, but they sure do cry. Right. Well, again, as I said, the race he's trying to win is not a general election at this point. The race he is trying to win is a race only among Republicans, because the next election here in our state is a primary for Democrats to vote for Democrats and Republicans to vote for Republicans. So that's what they're focused in on. In September, the voting starts. Somebody sent me this reminder that the voting starts because there's early voting. Early September. Where is that text? Man, there's so many. I can't even read them all. Sorry about that. Here it is. Early voting for the primary starts September 5th till the final day, September 15th, state and local candidates, right? That's early voting. So the registered Republicans and the registered Democrats, people who are in those clubs, will be voting in September. Hey, after that, reaching all voters, yeah, I get it. That's certainly the way to go. All right. 302-8391. But I would like to have any rank and file registered Republican to tell me, who are you supporting in the race for Senate for the Republicans to take on Chris Coons? John Shulli or Dr. Mike Katz? Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Dan. Good morning. Am I number one?
Yes, who are you voting for?
Good. Well, I'm the state's number one activist for John Shulli, and I'm on the team of Sussex County for Colonel John Shulli. So let it be known that we're working our butts off to compete against the opportunity.
Got it. One vote for Shulli. Good morning to you. Phone call only, 302-839-1059. Good morning.
Good morning, Dan. Shulli.
How about it? Good to hear. Triple J. It's been a while, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to you. Delaware 1059. Hello.
John Shulli is the man, not Dr. Katz. Thank you.
And you're next on Delaware 1059. Good morning.
Good morning. John Shulli's got my vote.
And you're next. Thank you. I got you registered. You're next on the Dan Gaffney program. If you get a busy signal, hang up and try again. Good morning. We're doing a quick Republican poll. You're on the air.
John Shulli.
How about it? We're at 302-839-1059. John Shulli or Dr. Mike Katz, Sussex County. Let's go. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. John Shulli.
How about it? Another John Shulli vote. Well, that's 6 calls. 6 John Shullis. Kind of close, isn't it? That's a joke. What else? We have several minutes to go here. So don't be shy about casting your vote. Delaware 1059, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Voting for John Shulli.
Yeah, how come? I don't know.
I met him. I've met both of the candidates, and he has a strong, decisive message as far as what he's going to do to support Delaware. And I didn't hear that from the other candidate.
Nice to hear from you. We are doing a poll. I want to know from rank and file registered Republicans, are you voting for John Shulli or Dr. Mike Katz at this stage? Who gets your vote? Dr. Katz, the endorsed candidate by the party at the convention. But what's really going on out there? So we're here to find out. Good morning. You're on the air. Hi.
John Shulli.
How about that? Thank you for your phone call. Phone calls only. People are texting in. I'll only count your vote if you call us at 302-839-1059. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Shulli.
Thank you, Shulli. You're on the air. Good morning, Dan Gaffney. Hi.
Good morning, John Shulli.
Wow. What's going on out here? Good morning, Delaware 1059. You're on the air.
Good morning, Dan. This is Pam from Townsend. I'm going to vote for John Shulli.
Pam from Townsend, I know you like to give us a little more thought. Do you want to expand your thought a little bit? I'm curious. Why Shulli?
Well, I thought listening to you interview him, because I didn't get to hear that last week, so it was very interesting to hear. But when you were having a little bit of the debate about the pro-life versus anti-abortion, that kind of gave me a lot of pause.
Yeah, I think he stumbled on that a little bit.
Right, and just the flip-flopping from one party to the next, I just don't feel good about that.
All right, fair enough. Thank you, Pam from Townsend. That's the MOT, folks. Middletown, Odessa, Townsend. She listens on the stream. And you're next on Delaware 1059. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
I'm voting for Dr. Mike Katz, the Republican Party's endorsed candidate for U.S. Senate in 2026.
Does it surprise you that of the 12 calls, you're the first one?
No, it doesn't surprise me. You're in Sussex County.
What does that mean? Hello?
There are people in Sussex calling you. I'm calling from Newcastle.
Okay, thank you. Well,
You're welcome.
Our last caller was in Newcastle, too, but that's all right. Thank you. Thanks for the call. Delaware 1059. Good morning, Dan Gaffney. Hi.
Good morning, Dan. My vote's for John Shulli because he was fighting the Taliban while Dr. Katz was fighting his HOA over pickleball.
That's true.
1059.
Next text says, okay, the pickleball comment wins today. Yeah, that was a good one. Last call. Let's do round two after the break here. Round two. We are asking you, Republicans, who do you support at this stage in the game in the Republican primary for U.S. Senate? John Shulli or Dr. Mike Katz? One of these two will face Chris Coons in the general election. Who do you think it should be, Republicans, John Shulli or Dr. Katz? I am not counting the many text messages that are rolling in. I will only count if you give us a voice vote here and dip your tongue in the purple ink. Here we go. Delaware 1059. Good morning. Yes. We want to hear you.
Two things, Dan. Number one, I'd probably vote for Shulli because I'm not a fan of the Republican Party's hierarchy that chooses people for me. But on another note, today is Sussex Sam Wilson's 88th birthday.
Holy cow, that deserves special recognition. Sussex Sam Wilson, happy 88. Wow, yep. Wonderful news.
All right, look, you take care. Have a good day. Stay cool.
All right. Joe Biden, can you please say something nice about Sussex Sam Wilson?
Happy birthday to you.
It's Sam.
Happy birthday
Sam Wilson.
to you. Happy birthday, dear Alan.
Sam.
Happy birthday to you.
Here you go, Sam. You're next. John Shulli or Dr. Katz?
Hello, Dan.
Oh, hi.
And good morning. Happy Tuesday here.
Happy Tuesday to you as well. Would you like to vote in my unofficial poll? John Shulli or Dr. Katz?
Wow. It's amazing.
All right, Ryan, we love you, man. Hang in there, buddy. Plenty of time for you Another 3 minutes, and we'll be back to see if there's any more interest in a Republican poll. Surprise poll that I'm doing. 302-839-1059. We'll be right back.
59.
All right, next text. So am I right in saying the RNC is essentially promoting a Democrat for our state? It seems like he might be a Democrat to me. Well, first of all, I don't think it would be accurate to say the RNC, that's the Republican National Committee. This would be the state Republican Party endorsed him. Katz was an elected state Democrat. He ran for president of the United States in 2020 as a Democrat. He was campaigning as a Democrat and seeking the Democratic nomination for president, even hiring a PR firm to promote his bid. And then he ran on the independent party. That doesn't mean he ran as an unaffiliated person. He ran on there's a small party in Delaware called the Independent Party, right? He ran on that party's ticket, and that got him nowhere. And so now he's running as a Republican. Look, okay. And so far, the voters locally here on this poll don't seem to be buying it. Next text. Dan, keep an eye out for your cease and desist letter. Gosh, I hope so. Here is an open mic comment.
Good morning, Dan. The woman that called from Newcastle County, when she said she was voting for Mike Katz, you could feel the animosity towards Sussex County. In other words, she looks down on us. I just felt that was an indictment, actually, against Mike Katz, that his supporters feel superior to Sussex Countyans.
Interesting.
And that's about it. Have a great day.
Albert, good morning.
Good morning. Truthfully, I didn't know anything about either one of these candidates before I listened in today. But all of the things being said about Dr. Katz, with him switching parties, that I find that very disturbing. That
he's been in three different political parties in the last 4 years or whatever. 3 different parties.
Right, and your integrity is the basis of running for a political office. Let's just take the late Lindsey Graham, for example. You can't say anything about his integrity and his discipline, his hard work. When I hear all of these things being said about Dr. Katz and the pickleball and the lawsuits, switching parties, you're not a viable candidate, and you should understand that. And the Republican Party should understand that, and not even let him. I don't know if they are allowed to let him run, but he was an independent, a Democrat. Now
but he's the endorsed candidate by the statewide Republican Party at the convention.
I have a problem with that, because when he fails at this, he's going to jump and go over to progressives, who will embrace him. So your integrity is everything, and he has shown that he has done. So I just wanted to. I learned a lot today, just listening to your callers and listening to people calling in, and it really helped me to solidify what I'm going to do and who I'm going to vote for.
And I once asked what was the outcome of the pickleball lawsuit, and I don't think he wanted to talk about it. He said it's litigation. He didn't want to talk about it. Cape Shores, he owned a house in Cape Shores, and he filed a lawsuit against the homeowners association because they let people play pickleball on the tennis court, and the pickleballs make bigger noise than the tennis balls. So
I've heard that.
Like that all the time, and it was a nuisance because they were playing pickleball from 8 in the morning till 8 at night, and it led to, according to the lawsuit, mental distress and headaches, and it impacted his daily life significantly.
So does the traffic on Route 1 for everybody. We all have mental distress. Okay. It's called Get Over It.
So in all seriousness, I got no problem with Dr. Katz, John Shulli. I welcome them all to come on. Katz has taken kind of an unusual beating here on the show today. It seems like